Colorado High School Activities Association softball is on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. This afternoon from Lyons, it's a Patriot League clash between the visiting Brush Bee Diggers and the Lyons Lions. I'm John Beltran with Evan James, and we will do our very best to hold this signal. In Lyons, we had our challenges last year during the playoffs, and the Bee Diggers already won the opening meeting here 13-0. As you got the sponsors there, beautiful. Let's get to the Bee Digger starting lineup there, Evan.
The Bee Digger starting lineup is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Mobile banking on the go makes banking easier for you when you're on the go. Check it out today.
All right, for the Bee Diggers, 11-8 with a record. Entering this game, batting first is Avery Lefevre. She's playing second base today. The shortstop, Braylon Rule, hits second. Third baseman, Carly Tatalini, bats third. The left fielder is the cleanup hitter, Harley Holdren. Hitting fifth is Olivia Gillick. Mason Unrein, the pitcher, bats sixth. Keely Langford hitting seventh. The center fielder, the catcher, Maya Bruno, hits eighth. And Delaney Draggart bats ninth. The opening pitch today is brought to you by
Buildings by Design. When it comes to experience, Buildings by Design is the best in the business. Quality, commitment, and experience makes Buildings by Design the only choice when it comes to your next project.
All right, let's get the temperature here for this game. You want to start guessing here, Evan?
I want to guess at least 65.
54 degrees. You are way off.
Hey, I was hopeful.
What do you think of 54?
It's amazing.
There you go. It is because it could be a lot worse. I think it's completely amazing. All right, here we go. To begin this game, Lions will step in for Brush. And again, we ask you to please bear with us here during this broadcast, and hopefully it'll be a quick one because the Bee Diggers won very handily, 12-0 on September 7th in Brush. The pitch from Jilly Hay bounces in, a ball and no strikes. 1 ball and no strikes here to Avery Lefevre. 20th game of the season for Brush. Yeah, they gave us starting lineups for Lyons, but not with all the positions. They're dressed in their white uniforms with the black pants. And that is upstairs, and so are the Bee Diggers, actually. Same uniforms, but the color outline for Lyons is blue. For the Bee Diggers, it's maroon and gold. 2 balls and no strikes to Avery Lefevre. What do you think of the Bee Digger uniforms?
I think they're just amazing.
They are.
Best colors out there.
The pitch. Swung on in line towards left center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. That takes 3 hops and near the bottom of the fence, but doesn't get there. Lefevre's got a leadoff double for Brush. Right here in the top of the first inning, as Lefevre, who had 2 hits, I believe, against Strasburg. We're trying to pull up the numbers here for the Bee Diggers this season, hitting well over 300 as a team. Here is Braylon Rule and the offering. Change of
error on the left fielder for the Lions.
Yeah, what we'll be doing throughout the broadcast, we will be recapping because it's very difficult to hold the signal, so we'll recap throughout the course. So we had a leadoff double by Lefevre and then a error on the Lions left fielders. We're still putting positions together. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner to Tatalini. No balls and 1 strike. Tatalini had a big 2-run single time the game against Strasburg at 7. The Bee Diggers eventually won 12-7 on Tuesday. Jilly Hay was second and third and nobody out. A double and an error on Lyons, and the pitch. And that is taken for a strike on the changeup on the outer half. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 here to Tatalini. Hitting from the left side. Got a wide stance. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, man, she was fooled badly on the changeup. 2 changeups in a row. And Tatalini strikes out on 3 pitches. Here's Harley Holdren. She had a couple of base hits. and 2 RBIs against Strasburg. Lions winless and and the offering. Swung on, pop foul, not a play off to the right. Well, Jilly Hay, she's certainly challenging the Bee Diggers. She's thrown only 8 pitches. Brush very aggressive in the count as they've been throughout the course of the year. Strike second, third. Well, out here. Oh, it was fair. Oh, they called that. Wow, over the bag. All right, that's going to be a double. Thanks to Travis. Man, was that?
Yeah, that was.
Did that fair. That looked foul to me?
That was 100%.
All right, it's going to be a double. 2-0 Bee Diggers, but clearly we're on the line. And Holdren gets a 2-run double for the Bee Diggers. Wow.
That was foul by a mile.
Yeah, well, the Bee Diggers will take it. Here's Olivia Gillick after Holdren delivered the double and the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. So we have 2 doubles sandwiched in between an error. Yeah, that was stunning. Anyway, scoring on the play were Lefevre and Braylon Rule. So Gillick with an RBI opportunity. With a 2-0 lead for Brush here in Lyons. And the pitch. Changeup is swung on, popped up over the first base bag. And it was caught out there. Runner to third. And in there sliding is Holdren. Catch was made at first base by El Magaldi. Yeah, we don't even know who the shortstop is wearing the that hoodie. So that'll send up Mason Unrein, who unfortunately had her name mispronounced, if you heard that one, but we won't mention on air. The pitch, swing and a miss. Early swing and a pitch down and away. No balls and 1 strike. She's the starting pitcher for the Bee Diggers today. So the Bee Diggers are on the board early on the 2-run double by Harley Holdren. And again, we'll be recapping throughout the broadcast in case we miss a pitch due to a signal issue. That one bounces in. A ball and a strike. Yeah, I believe normally Brooklyn Enney is the catcher. Number 11. We'll see. At third is Holdren, who tagged up, and the offering. Swung on and lifted into left center field. That's got plenty of carry in the gap, and the ball is caught. It is caught in center field. See if we get a number on that.
6.
Again, that's caught by Emerson Maldari. And that ends the inning for the Bee Diggers. They score 2 runs. And the Bee Diggers do it on 2 hits. They get a 2-run double from Harley Holdren. There was 1 error and a runner left at third. As we head to the bottom of the first inning. We'll take a 30-second brush, 2. Lions coming to on 10-10 KSIR. All right, we will stay right here. The Bee Diggers with a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Yeah, there's really little we can do here to improve the signal. We have a couple of different services that we use, and we're not the only ones battling here. Anyway, here we go with Lions coming up in the bottom of the first inning. What'd you think of that 2-run double by Holdren?
I mean, it was just amazing.
It was.
I mean,
hard shot, but it was.
Oh yeah,
it was a foot foul.
Oh, I mean, 100% agree with you.
Here is Jilly Hay stepping in from the right side, pitched by Unrein, and that is upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes coming off that perfect game. 12 hitters, 12 strikeouts in the 13-0 victory of the Valley Vikings. Unrein, the right-hander, comes home. The inside corner at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Bee Diggers defensively, Olivia Gillick at first, Avery Lefevre at second. Tatalini's at third today. She's played 3 different positions for Brush. Braylon Rules at short. The pitch. Swung on, lined into left center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Holdren in the gap is going to glove it, get it back in. In center is Keely Langford, Delaney Draggerts in right. And, of course, Amaya Bruno behind the plate. So Lions off to a pretty good start. Both teams with base hits. from their number one hitters. And here's El Magaldi, the number 2 hitter in the lineup. The first baseman here for Lyons. This is senior day. They've got 3 seniors.
Yeah.
So that's why the lineup looks different than the first time. Squaring to bunt and lays it down foul up the third base side.
And, John, it's just amazing to see how young this Lions team is compared to last year when we came and had struggles because of how good they were.
Well, they were better than good. They beat up Brush twice. They were amazing.
Yeah.
Last year. But then Brush knocked them off here 9-1 in the state quarters. And the pitch. And that one bounces in. And out a second to throw by Bruno. That's going to be late. That's the way it works. You throw a perfect game, then you give up a base hit to the first hitter.
Yeah.
And then you bounce one in. So a runner at second for Magaldi. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-0 Brush on a 1-out, 2-run double by Harley Holdren. Squaring to bunt. Beautiful bunt. Third base side fielded by Tatalini. Throw to first, and Gillick was off the base. That's going to be an error on the first baseman. I think that throw was a little bit up the second base side, but she pulled her foot off the bag for some reason.
You have to be able to make that stretch in order to be.
Well, that's going to be a sacrifice, but that's an error on the first baseman. She pulled the foot off. It was not that bad of a throw. In fact, it was almost spot on there. That'll bring up Brooklyn Ennie. Very strong hitter from the right side with an open stance. And the pitch. That's upstairs. A ball and no strikes. So it goes as a sacked bunt with an error. And the error committed by the first baseman. The pitch swung on, popped up. That's headed to foul territory, but it stays fair. And making the catch is Braylon Rule. Well, she's got to say something. I don't know if she communicated and nearly colliding, really did collide with the third baseman.
Yeah.
Tatalini, who's not used to playing that position, but there's got to be some communication there. That was not good, even though the catch was made for the opening out here in the bottom of the first inning. So the out is made on the fly ball to Rule. And here is Rayana Ortiz. First and third, 1 out, bottom 1 the pitch. And that one bounces in and then hits the batter on 2 hops. But it was a bounce first. And to second is Magaldi. And you can tell clearly that, it's going to be a hit batter. Okay, she just stayed there. That is a hit batter. Well, you could tell this is already, and you expected it was not going to be the same.
Oh, no.
It was not going to be the same pitcher, because of how perfect she was, literally. Bases loaded. The pitch to Chevarelli is a strike. There you go, a delayed call on the outer half, just above waist level. No balls and 1 strike, 2-0 Brush, bottom 1, bases loaded, 1 out for Lyons. This is the number 5 hitter with an open stance for the right side. The pitch upstairs, throw back to third, and I'm not sure that's a wise throw by Bruno, and no chance to get out Jilly Hay at third. She was only about a step away from the bag. You don't want to take a chance like that.
Oh, no.
You can set up the double play, but the infield is playing in. They're going to try to cut down the run at the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike, and the offering. Very high. Unrein has thrown 11 pitches, only 6 strikes. 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, the real story is in the first inning that Evan was 11 degrees off the temperature, the pitch. And that is down and in. Ball 3, strike 1. Here to Chevarelli. Unrein's got to throw at least 1 to get to the full count. The pitch swung on, popped foul. That one is out of play. Bruno gives chase up the third base side, but she's not getting there. It's 3-2. When the game turned around last year in the playoffs, the bases were loaded, and there was a liner to the second baseman, Riley Lake, and they doubled the runner off of first. And the Beat Diggers went on from there to win the game big, 9-1, and eliminate Lyons. Payoff pitch. That's up and away, not even close. It walks in a run. Jilly Hay scores, and Lyons is on the board against Brush for the first time in 2 games. Brush leads 2-1. And the hitter for Brush is now for And that is popped up third base side foul territory in the coach's box. Tadolini makes the catch. And there's 2 down. Again, we just had a bases loaded walk, and we'll be recapping every inning since the signal. And what happened there? She's still in the box? There's 2 down. What happened there? Why is the hitter? Should be an out, no?
Yeah, that should be an out.
Yeah. When the ball is caught, that's an out. I don't know what she was doing. You don't get a mulligan in softball. Did I lose the translation of the sport? I didn't understand that at all. The pitch swung on, driven in the air to center field. Keely Langford is there, and she makes the catch. And getting out of a jam there is Mason Unrein. Maeve Moran Vanderhoven was the hitter there. And Lyons is limited to 1 run. They do it on a hit. The Bee Diggers did commit an error, and the bases were left loaded as we'll head to the top of the second inning. As the Bee Diggers go for their 12th victory of the season, Brush is leading Lyons 2-1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. I'm John Beltran along with Evan James. We head to the top of the second inning, and the Bee Diggers with a 2-1 lead on a 2-run double in the first inning from Harley Holdren. It'll be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, Keely Langford, Amaya Bruno, and Delaney Draggart against the right-hander, Jilly Hay. And let's see if Brush can muster a big rally. The first time they played on September 7th, the Bee Diggers had a run in each of the first 4 innings. It was only a 4-inning game, and they won that one 12-0 with 4 in the first and the second, and then 2 in the third and fourth. All right, so here is Keely Langford. She had a base hit, that bunt single against Strasburg that extended the lead in the 12-7 victory on Tuesday. Langford is hitting 257. And Jilly Hay looked pretty good in the first inning, but the Bee Diggers have some bats. We know that.
That's for sure.
I mean, that's the strength of their team. It's certainly not the defense this year. And the pitching's been pretty good, but the hitting's been more consistent. The pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. 7, 8, and 9 for Brush in the second. Yeah, no sun today. 0.
No.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. A little bit out in front and over the top of that one. And the count levels at 1-1 to the junior center fielder for Brush. Jilly Hay winds and fires. That is at the knees, at the bottom of the strike zone. Ball 1, strike 2 on the inner half. To Keely Langford. Needs to protect here. And the offering swung on and fisted foul up the first base side. That one got in on the hands. That's the one that she wants to open up and pull to left field. But a late swing, that's all you can do. And she's lucky that the ball stayed foul because it was only, inches foul up the first base side. We'll do another 1-2 pitch here for the right-hander, Jilly Hay, to Keely Langford. And here it is. Changeup is lined on 1 hop to the shortstop, and a strong throw to first is over the head of the first baseman, Magaldi. That'll be an error on Brooklyn Enne. That'll be an error, hit very well, but on 1 hop. And so that's the second error of the game. No advance. The ball was up against the fence, but it is an error. And here's Amaya Bruno. Yeah, Keely can't hit that ball any better, but that would have been an easy out. And the offering scoring to bunt and pops it up third base side. It's foul. Yeah, I'll say this. I think the Bee Digger bunting this season has been below par. I mean, they have not bunted well. And that's another example. And it's not because they can't bunt well. It's because they're not bunting the right pitch.
Exactly.
That was ball 1. We've seen them a lot of times go for it, and then they pop it up like that. Now Bruno gets a reprieve here. No balls and 1 strike. But if that rise ball is above the letters, you got to lay off. The offering, scoring a bunt, and that time she pulls it back. That's what she wanted to do the first time. And the count is at 1 ball and 1 strike. Morgan Community College here to make your dreams become a reality. for both traditional and non-traditional students. Check them out, morgancc.edu, Morgan Community College. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch, scoring to bunt. Oh, and she fouled it back, and that was a very nice pitch to bunt. Down the middle, but it's 1-2. She'll be swinging away with nobody out, top of the second inning. The Bee Diggers lead in Lyons 2-1. On a 54-degree day, somehow, Evan guessed 65 degrees, so his body temperature is way off. That was you pretty much embarrassed yourself being off by the pitch. Changeup swung on line. That is going to be underneath the glove of the right fielder, ranging in. Langford is second. She's going to be headed for third, and she's going to have to slide to throw the slide. She's going to be in there. And now to second on the throw is Bruno. That'll be a base hit. Play nearly made by Genzel in right field, just underneath the glove. It'll be scored a single, and the Bee Diggers have 2 in scoring position. If she makes that, and Keely did the right thing. She was only a few feet off of first base because that ball was nearly caught. But then once the ball got underneath and it didn't travel much further, it kind of died out in the grass. Keely just kept going. Here's Delaney Draggart. So Bruno raises her average, which going in was at 292. The pitch, and that is taken for a ball up and in. Now Delaney was hitting below 100. Now is at 136, so she's picked up her game on the offensive end. The Bee Diggers lead 2-1 in the top of the second, threatening for more. Jilly Hay, the right-hander, fires. Swing and a miss. Right over the top of that softball. The count is level. And a ball and a strike. Draggart awaits. That's a very wide stance. It creates a shorter swing. Squaring to bunt. Lays it down beautifully. Third base side. Fielded. Throw to first. Throws it away. And now scoring is Langford. Around third is going to be Amaya Bruno. She'll score. Draggart to third. There'll be no play. And now she's going to go all the way home. And there's no throw, a late throw. And it turns into a 4-base error. No RBIs. The Bee Diggers lead 5-1. Langford held up, so that's not an RBI. But the Bee Diggers scored 3 runs on a wild play. And the error there on the third baseman, Chivarelli. And it was a nice bunt, but she would have been out despite a very good bunt. Wow, this is just a crazy. So another error, the third for Lyons, but 3-run score. And Avery Lefevre will be stepping in. Yeah, you rarely see that.
No.
Where an error tallies 3 runs, and the pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Lefevre doubled into the left center field gap. Now, had Langford been going on the bunt, that would have been an RBI, but she held up, and she only went after the throw went to first, and that's exactly why there's no ribby, and there's no base hit either. No balls and 1 strike. Pitch to Lefevre. Inside, backed her off the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike. You have to love the top. How would you describe the top of the lineup?
I think the top of the lineup for the Bee Diggers is just amazing.
It is. It is. I mean, you got the table setter. You've got the power there, no doubt. With Lefevre, Rule, and Tatalini, the pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 2-1. The first runs of the game were scored in the first inning, a 2-run double by Harley Holdren. And the pitch, changeup, is outside. First runs brought to you by
Western Engineering Consultants, engineering and consulting services for all your projects. Strong commitment to their clients' needs set them apart. Get your project started the right way with Western Engineering Consultants.
And the 3-1. Swung on line, base hit into left center field on a pitch around her ankles. And Lefevre is now 2 for 2. Yeah, I think that would have been ball 4, but she's got so much range on that swing that she was able to get down there. And now the Bee Diggers have 4 hits in the game, 2 of those by Lefevre. And that'll send up Braylon Rule. Now she reached on an error. She hit a fly ball that was dropped in left field. And we're trying to get a number out there. What do you see with the note? It's a single-digit number. And that is outside.
Is that 7?
That's what I'm thinking.
Looks like it's 7.
Yeah, that would be Moran Vanderhoven, who committed the error in the first inning. 5-1 Brush here in the top of the second. 1 on, nobody out. They've scored 3 already. Bounces in. Lefevre's going to hold up. 2 balls and no strikes. Yeah, Brush would like to make this a 4 or 5 inning game. You win your 12th game of the year, then the showdown. By the way, the game Saturday, for those who are not there, the pitch, swung on, grounded up the middle. The shortstop, Ennie, is going to flip the second for one, and that's it. The force, and now Braylon Rule is 0 for 2 as Lefevre is forced out at second. Once again, the game on Saturday, 11 a.m., will be on our sister station, 105.7 KPMX. It'll also be at kpmx.com. That's all part of the Eastern Plains Sports Network. That's the Saturday 11 a.m. game in Brush against Sterling. I'll be on the call with Chris Bull-Brom. The pitch, and that is a strike on the outside corner. Runner to second to slide, and Braylon Rule's got a stolen base. And what else is new for Braylon Rule? Feels like she's stolen about 40 bases this year.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Something amazing like that.
Oh, that's an amazing total. Yeah, she has 24 stolen bases, 24 brushes, 67. Grounded foul, first base side. Count it 1-1. I'll help Kyle out here if there's a ball down the right field line. Because we have an angle up the first base side. But it's not much of one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. 3 across for Brush. 5-1, top 2 in the pitch. Changeup is fouled. And keep in mind, Tatalini struck out on a changeup on 3 pitches in the first inning, so she wants to keep those hands back and shorten the swing. When you have a long swing, it's hard to keep the hands back because you start a little bit early. She knows now that she's got to watch out for that change. 1 ball and 2 strikes. At second is Braylon Rule in the top of the second. The pitch. Outside. Good take there, just off the plate. And the count is at 2-2 to Carly Tatalini. Along with Evan James, I'm John Beltran. From Lyons, top of the second inning. Harley Holdren with a 2-run double in the first, and then a 3-run error, and that's down and away to Tatalini with runners at second and third after Langford reached on an error. And then Amaya Bruno had a single, sending the runner to third, and she went on the throw. Then Draggart laid down a nice bunt, but she would have been out at first, and all 3 runs scored in the bad throw, and that is popped foul over the third base dugout occupied by Lyons and out of play. Yeah, there's not much room around this softball field. I mean,
it's very small.
Beyond the outfield, you got plenty of property, but here, you've got the hills right behind us. We'll do it again here. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the number 3 hitter for Brush. The right-hander comes home. Changeup swung on tap, foul up the first base side. Boy, she kept her hands back just enough to get a piece of that softball. It'll remain at 3-2 to Carly Tatalini. On deck is Harley Holdren, who had a 2-run double on a ball that was foul. And I'm being serious. Changeup in the dirt is a walk. Or no, now 3-2. Yep, that's right. 3. Yeah, I read the board wrong, and my counter was right. 3-2 now. I went from 2-2 to 3-2 without a ball being thrown. Now it's a payoff pitch. And here it is. Swung on, grounded off the first baseman, but she picks it up, steps in the bag. Nice play by McGaldy. Right off the top of her body there near her chest, but she made the play. And advancing to third is Braylon Rule. There's 1 down. Check it, 2 down. Have I got anything right today? This performance by me is anything but amazing. Harley Holdren doubled, as I just mentioned. Now, we just had the first out on that fielder's choice hit by Rule. Foul straight back. No balls and 1 strike. 2 runs in the first for Brush and 3 in the second. Oh, 0-1 here to Harley Holdren. She's stepping up in the box in case of that changeup. She's got home run power. The pitch up and away. The lone senior sees a 1 ball, 1 strike count. She leads the team in RBIs, 2 more. In the first inning, she's got 22 on the year. In the dirt, bounces in. Nice play there. Ball 2, strike 1. I'm trying to get the number of the catcher. They have changed everything around here for Lyons. But that's a single-digit number. Ennie's at short. She's been catcher before. And Jilly Hay fires. That is a strike Is it me, or are we seeing some delayed calls there?
We're seeing some very delayed calls here.
Yeah, because I'm wondering, I really got to wait. 2-2. Let's see if Harley can deliver. The offering swung on, lifted foul, and that is out of play, third base side, as Chevarelli gives chase. Remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here in the top of the second inning, on a 54-degree afternoon in Lyons with no appearance by the sun. Swing and a miss on a ball that bounces in. They'll have to throw her out, and the throw is low, but it's all the way there, and Holdren struck out on a terrible pitch. That pitch was easily ball 4. It bounced in, and somehow she went fishing and strikes out. The Bee Diggers, though, pick up 3 runs on 2 hits. There were 2 errors by Lyons and 1 left. 1 1/2 innings are in the books. The score, Brush 5, Lyons 1. On 10, Sawyer and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Here in Lyons, the Bee Diggers lead 5-1, bottom of the second inning. The pitch, Mason Unrein delivers a ball outside to Talis Hubner, Talis, okay. And the pitch, oh boy, she's been either high or throwing the balls in the dirt. Unrein has 18 pitches, 9 balls and 9 strikes. And again, we apologize for any signal disruptions, but that's the challenge in Lyons. And the 2-0, not even close. Neck high, 3-0. Her landing spot, her release point, both are off right now, even in the first inning. 3-0 to Hubner, and the offering, same pitch. Those were 4 non-competitive pitches thrown by the junior right-hander. Didn't have to think about it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was expected. I
Yeah.
mean, she was beyond amazing last Thursday. Here is Mesa Genzel, the number 9 hitter. The pitch. Yeah, she is getting that ball stuck in her hand. Up and away. Everything in this inning has been near neck level. They're going to swing if it's around knee level, but certainly not around neck level. The pitch swung on and fouled. I'm surprised she swung at that pitch. It was a strike, but after you've thrown 5 balls, normally you take a pitch.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike. Unrein with 12 balls and 10 strikes. But the Bee Diggers do lead 5-1, bottom of the second inning. And the pitch swung on and fouled back. Now she's herself once again. Just needed a couple of pitches. 1-2, and she's got a smile on her face. And that's the other reason she's so talented. Because she utilizes the mental aspect of the game. It's not just based on ability and hard work. And the 1-2. That is a called strike 3 down the middle, thigh high, and Mason Unrein picks up the strikeout. And for Unrein, the strikeout of the number 9 hitter Genzel is her first. And the pitch to Hay. That's a strike on the inner half. No balls and 1 strike. Bottom 2 here. 5-1 Bee Diggers. With a runner at first in the offering. Swung on, driven deep into left center field. Holdren way back, and it takes 1 hop off the fence. He chases it down, and now to third is Hubner, and it's a 1-out double for Jilly Hay. And Lyons is threatening again, and that thing was scorched into the gap. Yeah, that pitch was up at the letters. Here's Elma Galdi. She had the sac bunt. Her first time up. The first baseman for Lyons. Well, they've certainly come out hitting a lot better than the first meeting, stepping up in the box. The Bee Diggers are playing the infield in, wanting to cut the run off at the plate. The offering, scoring to bunt, and bunts it foul third base side. If that had a little bit more hang, Tatalini, who's a terrific athlete, might have made the catch.
Especially with her speed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's just instincts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough to generate speed when you're an infielder on a short field, but instincts is what will make the play for you. 0-1 here to McGaldy. Way up in the box. The offering, scoring to bunt, lays it down foul, third base side. Well, that was a high throw by Bruno anyway, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, Coach Hodel giving instructions to Bruno. Even when she picked it up, she rushed that throw. You have plenty of time. You don't need to release it that quickly. Had it been fair, it would have been an error.
Yeah.
0-2. Let's see if she goes with a rise ball here on McGaldy. If you bunt foul with 2 strikes, it's another strikeout, but more than likely swinging away. 0-2 pitch. Swung on, popped up, foul territory, third base side, and over the dugout. Remains at 0-2.
And John, one thing I've yet to see from Bruno is her taking off her mask, her catcher's helmet.
Yeah, and sometimes that's not easy to do if the ball's not hit with a lot of trajectory. No balls and 2 strikes. Here to McGaldy. Runners at second and third. The pitch. Change up. And see, that got stuck in her hand bad.
Yeah.
1-2. Very high and away. She slowed down the arm. That changeup has been working well her last 2 outings. And here, still doesn't have the feel. And Mason is battling right now.
I don't know if that has something to do with the cold or maybe she's
it is a different condition. The pitch swung on and grounded to the shortstop. Rule looks to third, throws to first for the out. A perfect throw, by the way. And there's 2 down. In fact, an amazing throw. I mean, that thing.
She just did an amazing job on that one.
Split the number.
Yeah.
2 down. Runners hold, and here is Brooklyn Ennie. Ennie popped up to the shortstop. Rule, that was the collision. She's got a big bat here. You got to watch out. You cannot give her anything good. She could make this a 5-4 game. The pitch, that is upstairs. Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world walking this hitter. Even though Ortiz is a solid hitter too. These 2 hitters coming up have a lot of experience and quite a bit of pop. And the offering. Changeup is a strike. Wow. Well, that would look like it was a little bit low. But called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down, 2 on. Bottom 2. The Bay Diggers have a 5-1 lead in Lyons. And the pitch to Ennie. Swing and a miss. That was above the letters. Yeah, Mason's got to keep going there. Yeah, she coerced her into swinging at that pitch. That was definitely ball 2. But it did have some rise action to it. Let's see if she can put her away. Not easy against this hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The offering, that was too high. That was shack high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big pitch coming up here for the junior. To Brooklyn Ennie. The offering. Called strike 3 on the inner half. What a pitch by Mason Unrein. Getting one of the better hitters in the lineup. And she strikes out 2 in the inning. Lions with no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. A clutch pitch as we head to the 3rd. All right, we'll keep it right here. And again, a little bit of a signal issue, but Mason Unrein on a 1-2 pitch just struck out Brooklyn Ennie, a 2-2 pitch, that is. Really the best pitch she's thrown, an amazing pitch, the best one she's thrown. We know what the word of the day is so far. We won't say it for a
even
little
my dad texted me that as we were
Right.
in the broadcast.
Absolutely.
He said amazing with a
you
smiley
wanna,
face.
Well, you want to expand the vocabulary. It's a word we haven't used all year. So here we go. Headed to the 3rd.
You know how I could describe this day, John?
Yeah, no, I don't say it. Don't. Oh, there you go.
Chris.
I like that. A little bit of a different. Let's get to some of our sponsors here in between innings. Evan.
Premier Farm Credit understands production ag and has been serving our rural communities for over 100 years in locations in Sterling, Fort Morgan, Yuma, and Holyoke.
That is Premier Farm Credit. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters: Olivia Gillick, Mason Unrein, and Keely Langford against right-hander Jilly Hay, with the Bay Diggers leading 5-1 in the top half of the 3rd inning. They played just 4 innings 23 days ago in Brush, 12-0 Bay Diggers. Gillick popped to the first baseman, McGaldy, her first time up. The pitch, that is a little bit below the knees. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, if you can get to the top of the lineup, you could have another crooked number. 2 runs in the first and 3 more in the second inning. The offering swung on and grounded off the pitcher's right foot to the third baseman. No throw to first. And let's see if Hay is okay. That was a shot right up the middle, but I think she's all right. She went down to a knee, and that was hit extremely hard by Gillick. The Bee Diggers have picked up their 5th hit off that ricochet.
And you know what they say, John? That'll leave a mark.
Yeah, that will leave a mark. I mean, that is the definition of a line drive. It took 1 hop. She'll get checked out by the medical team here in Lyons as Mason Unrein will hit. Yeah, if she has no problem pushing off, she'd be okay. So Brush has at least 1 hit in every inning as they lead 5-1.
High Plains Bank, your friendly local community bank, serving Wiggins and all surrounding areas. Found out more at highplainsbank.com.
Yeah, they should let her throw a pitch to see if she can push off with no problem. I think she'll be all right, but you have to allow her to throw a pitch without a hitter in there. It looks pretty good from here.
Yeah.
So here comes Unrein, who flew to center. In the opening inning. Looking to help her own cause. The longer you sit here, the more you think the temperature is going to just drop it, which it should. But it's holding steady at 54 here at 4:45 Mountain Time. The pitch swung on, grounded to third. Oh, right off the top of the glove and then the body. And that'll be an error on Chevarelli, the 4th by Lyons. It took a little bit of a tricky hop, but you got to anticipate that hop too. Not that wild. It'll be an error. Yeah, I think she had the glove positioned a little bit too low. That was more of a chopper. You can have the glove on the ground, but once the ball chops, you got to pick up that glove. So the mechanic was correct to begin with, but unfortunately for her, error number 4. The Bee Diggers have 1 in the game. Keely Langford reached on an error and a hard one-hopper squaring the bunt. She fouls it off to the right. She took 2 steps up in the box. She's got to be careful. She was almost out of the box. No balls and 1 strike. You're allowed to do that in softball. In fact, you see that in college softball all the time. You take 1 or 2 steps, but you want to make sure you stay. And she's deep in the box, so that's not going to be a violation. And squaring the bunt, and now she steps up, and it's fouled up the third base side. A very nice bunt, but had a little bit too much English. And it went foul. And that was almost more like a drag bunt. She showed bunt fairly late. No balls and 2 strikes. Here to Langford. Gillick at second. Unrein at first. The Bee Diggers lead by 4 in the third. She'll be swinging away. Jilly Hay comes home. Swung on, grounded weakly to third. It'll be fielded. And then a dive to third. That should be a force. It is. And forced out is Gillick. As the third baseman, Chevarelli, stretched out the glove. Did not step on the bag, but the fielder's choice is 5 unassisted. 1 out. Unrein to second, and Langford now at first base. And she is 0 for 2. Here is Bruno, the pitch. A strike on the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Bruno singled and then later scored. In the 3-run second inning, we're at the top of the third. 2 on for Brush once again. And the offering. Changeup is upstairs. Runner goes to third. The slide and in there. It's a double steal for the Bee Diggers. Unrein to third, Langford to second. And that's the ideal pitch to steal on because of the changeup.
An amazing job there by Mesa Genzel getting the third right on time.
Oh, without a doubt. Oh, completely amazing. Pitch to Bruno. Swing and a miss. A ball and 2 strikes. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bruno. Once again in this inning. Just a quick recap, since sometimes we are going on and off. First 2 reached, and then a fielder's choice 5 unassisted hit by Langford, then a double steal. 1 out, and Bruno up there with a 1-2 count. The offering, changeup is upstairs. Ball 2, strike 2 to Amaya Bruno. Yeah, you know the Bee Diggers are thinking, we want to get out of here in 4 or 5 innings. It's going to be tougher to do it on the road. The offering. Changeup swung on, grounded left side. It's going to be a tough play. And he fields, fires to first, and that's going to be offline and late. It's a base hit. Scoring on the play. Off the RBI base hit from Bruno is Unrind. Langford to third. The Bee Diggers lead 6-1. And that ball was simply hit off the end of the bat. And not very sharply. And Bruno is now 2 for 2. That'll bring up Delaney Draggart. Draggart reached on an air. I think we had the sound of a defective bat. And that follows a verbal sound. And the pitch. That is a strike on the inside corner. Excuse me. Draggart reached on an air. That is some amazing blockage there, I guess, in the throat. 0-1. The Bee Diggers have scored a run in every inning, at least one. 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Should be 6-1 on the board. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Fooled badly on the changeup. Runner to second and out by a mile is going to be Amaya Bruno. I mean, she was tagged out by any, and it wasn't close. She was out by 5 feet.
Should not have gone there.
Well, I mean, it just it didn't work out. That's pretty obvious. Caught stealing 2-6. And now down to the count is Draggart. And the pitch. Swing and a miss and another changeup, and the Bee Diggers are limited to 1 run in the inning. But they do have to correct that scoreboard there before somebody thinks that's the actual score. The Bee Diggers score a run in the top of the third. I've seen this where the scoreboard doesn't change, and then all of a sudden there's a misconception. The Bee Diggers lead 6-1 after 2.5 in Lyons on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 6-1. 6-1, the Bee Diggers lead in the bottom of the third inning, despite what the scoreboard says. Here we go with Rayanna Ortiz, Cece Chiavarelli, and Emerson Maldari against right-hander Mason Unrein. As the Bee Diggers did tally a run in the top of the third inning, Ortiz was hit by a pitch on a bouncer. Took a bounce and hit her on the left foot. Unrein still has not really found her game, although she did strike out 2 in the second, so she was better in the second than the first. Swung on and fisted foul up the third base side. Right off the fence in front of that dugout. No balls and 1 strike. Bee Diggers and Sterling Tigers play on Saturday, 11 a.m. That'll be on 105.7 KPMX and KPMX.com. Changeup is not even close. Again, it looks like it gets stuck in her hand, and it stayed extremely high. 1 ball and 1 strike. But a nice change of pace. It's just not a pitch she's been able to execute today. The offering. Swing and a miss. Threw some heat right by Ortiz. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Unrein threw just 45 pitches in 4 innings on Thursday, 39 so far, and that one is off the glove of Bruno, below the knees, and the count levels at 2-2. Here to the number 4 hitter in the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 for Lyons. Down 6-1 in the bottom of the third inning to Brush. And the pitch swung on and popped foul, not a play off to the left, about 50 to 75 feet foul there.
I mean, I guess the plus of having this hill behind us and all around it like a bowl shape is you'll never really lose a ball.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Roll right back towards the field.
Yeah, it should. It should. An amazing view, by the way. You forgot to mention that. The pitch. No, change up.
Once again, just gets stuck.
Not even close. Yeah, her release point on the changeup is not working right now. Extremely high. And now it's 3-2. The offering. Yeah, very high. Went with heat there, and it's a walk. Mason Unrein, so far in the game, has struck out 2, walked 3, and hit a batter. Here's Chiavarelli, who walked her first time. The pitch swung on line deep to left field. Holdren way back, and that's over her head up against the fence. And now rounding second is Ortiz to third, and the throw is not going to be made. It's a 1-out. How about a 0-out double for Chiavarelli? New terminology there. Second and third now for Lyons.
Completely misread there by Holdren out in left field. She was going to her right, but she should have been going to her left.
Yeah, she didn't get a good jump on that ball at all. And it really didn't go over her head by much. No. Yeah, not well played, but it is a double. The offering squaring to bunt and popped up foul up the first base line. 0-1 to Maldari. Maldari the first time popped up in foul territory to Tatalini at third. Boy, Lyons can cut this lead in half pretty quickly. The infield is in for Brush. Left-handed hitters Maldari. Unrein comes home, and that is bunted foul. That pitch was extremely high. 0-2. Well, you know what? You throw same location.
Yeah.
That was a non-competitive pitch, but somehow she kept the bat out there. I would throw the same pitch. No balls and 2 strikes to the left-handed hitting center fielder for Lyons. Second and third, nobody out, bottom 3. The offering, and that is taken up and away. Ball 1, strike 2. Mason looking for her 3rd strikeout of the game. And she delivers. Called strike 3 on the inner half. Beautiful pitch, belt high. 1 out. That'll bring up Moran Vanderhoven. She had a fly ball to center. Her first time up, so she's got some pop. It traveled a long way before Langford made the catch. The pitch, up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Ortiz at third. She walked. Chevarelli at second. She doubled. 6 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Brush, 1 run, 3 hits, 4 errors for Lyons, and that one's the same location. The B-Diggers have stranded 3. Lyons has left 5 on the bases. It is 2-0 to Moran Vanderhoven.
I forgot how chilly it gets in the foothills.
The pitch, foul to the screen. That was on the inner half. Count is at 2 balls and a strike. This is the number 7 hitter in the lineup, but the way she swung the first time, she's not a typical 7 hitter. The offering, change up and in. I would stop throwing that pitch.
100%.
Yeah, you can't throw that pitch. It's the same spot.
Same release.
It's either up and in or it looks awful. Awful. She hasn't come close. 3-1. The offering. That's right there for a strike at the knees on the inner half. I know Mason desperately wants to get that pitch in the strike zone, but you almost have to work on that when you're not in the game.
Yeah.
2 down, 2 consecutive strikeouts here for Unrein and 4 in the game. She can get out of this without a run being scored. It was 2 on, nobody out, both in scoring position. Now 2 on and 2 out for Hubner, who walked her first time. The offering, swing and a miss. That was a late swing. Yeah, Mason's on one of these rhythms today. She's either off or she's
good.
On.
Yeah.
Hasn't really been in a complete pattern or a consistent one in terms of being on for 2 innings or vice versa. The pitch was up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. 32 strikes, 24 balls for Unrein so far through 2 1/3. Here it comes. That is right there on the inner half, knee high, 1-2. She is going to try to strike out the side. No strikeouts in the first, 2 in the second. 2 so far here in the third. 1 pitch away without any damage allowed. The pitch fouled at the plate, right behind the plate. Got the top of that softball. So the count remains at 1-2. She wants to throw that changeup.
She does.
I don't think she needs to throw it to Hubner because she was late on the first one. But let's see. 1-2 pitch. Inside. Back off the plate. Count levels at 2-2. And this is the number 8 hitter. You get this hitter out, then you have 9-1-2. You'd rather go 9-1-2, obviously, than 1-2-3 in the 4th inning. Here we go. 2-2 pitch. Oh, down and in. Oh. And Bruno did not frame that well. She dropped her glove a little bit. Had she framed that better, might have gotten the call, but she didn't frame it at all. Got to help your pitcher there. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Up and in. Yeah, that's a walk.
Could have easily been called a strike.
Yeah, but that was high.
Yeah.
We are straight up approaching 5 o'clock here, Mountain Time in Lyons. I'm John Beltran with Evan James. This is 1010 KSIR. Brush, Fort Morgan, Weldona. The number 9 hitter, Mesa Genzel, struck out looking her first time up. Brush leads Lyons 6-1. The pitch swung on and fouled back. She can still get away without a run being scored after the first 2 reached and got into scoring position. But man, she really wanted to strike out Hubner and couldn't do it. Again, that speaks to the inconsistency in this game. But she's battling. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Took something off it. That might be the changeup she needs.
Yeah.
Not just taking so much off the ball, but just a little bit. Because she was out in front and swung over the top of it. Just take a little bit off her heater. Genzel awaits. 0-2. Right there. Boy, a perfect pitch. Called strike 3. Mason Unrein gets into some trouble, but strikes out the side. And bases loaded. Mason Unrein has just struck out the side in order, getting Genzel on a pitch that's right there. A 30-second break on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. An amazing job there by Mason Unrein, getting into trouble. A walk, a double, placed runners at second and third, but 2 strikeouts, and then another walk to the number 8 hitter. Then Mesa Genzel, she struck her out looking at a 1-2 pitch, and the B-Diggers with a 6-1 lead. And it looks like we have a new pitcher here for Lyons. It'll be Cheverelli. Let's see if Jilly Hay, she got hit by that line drive. Let's see, Brooklyn Ennie's going to go to third. Yeah, Jilly Hay will be at short now. Hay at short. And that's the way that's going to set up defensively with Brooklyn Ennie, who did commit an error earlier in this game, now at third base. It'll be the top of the line of Avery LaFleur. Patriot League standings with the B-Diggers up 6-1. 6-1 here in the top of the 4th inning. Avery Lefevre is 2 for 2 with a double and a single. And yeah, the shortstop, hey, doesn't have her mask on yet, her face mask, and there she goes adjusting it. So still awaiting the first pitch of this inning. To Lefevre, the pitch, and that one is low. A ball and no strikes. The B-Diggers will need lots of runs here to make this a 4-inning game, because they're only up by 5. Got to lead by 12 after 4 or after 5 to make it an abbreviated game. The pitch swung on, grounded foul, first base side. Ball in on her hands. And the count is at 1-1. To Avery Lefevre, a junior, sophomore, excuse me.
Sophomore, yeah.
No need to worry if we've missed a pitch or two. We recap everything from Lyons because we're in Lyons. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the offering. Foul to the screen. Remains at 1-2 here to Avery Lefevre. We're in the top of the 4th inning. The B-Diggers hold a 6-1 lead over the Lions. The scoring got started on a 2-run double by Harley Holdren, and then 3 runs scored on an error in the second, and the B-Diggers added in the third. Changeup is fouled off the end of the bat. Up the first base side. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Here to Lefevre. Lefevre stepping up in the box. The pitch swung on and grounded. Second base side. Routine play. Throw to first for the out. And Avery Lefevre is retired by Tallis Hubner. That'll bring up Braylon Rule, who's 0 for 2. Was on because of an error and then a 6-4 fielder's choice. Yeah, Lyons is battling, playing a lot better than the first time, and that pitch is low. 1 ball and no strikes for the second pitcher for Lyons. field is a little bit thick because there was some moisture. You could tell that one is at the ankles, down and in, 2-0.
Saw Clay here as well.
Yeah, but it's not playing slow.
No.
I mean, that ball, you hit the ball, it's traveling. It's not playing slow or anything like that. 2-0. Swung on and hit in the air to center field to her right, and making the catch is Maldari for the out. Braylon Rule is 0 for 3. Here is Carly Tatalini, struck out and grounded out. Yeah, so the 2 and 3 hitters for Brush, despite the 6-1 lead, are a combined 0 for 5. And Chevarelli looking good. The pitch popped up, foul territory, out of play along the third base side.
Tree caught it.
Well, the thing, we'll see. I think Carly is happy to see this pitcher here because she saw all types of change-ups against Jilly Hay. And I'm not sure we're going to see many change-ups here by Chevarelli. The offering. That one bounces to the catcher. A ball and a strike. I think that might be Ortiz behind the plate. It is. Now that we finally got that number. With 2 down and the bases empty in the 4th inning, the offering. That is down and away. Ball 2, strike 1. To Carly Tatalini, playing third today for Brush, which is a rarity. We've seen her at short and center field quite a bit. The offering. Outside. Ball 3, strike 1. Here to Carly Tatalini. No Rockies today on KSIR. They're off today. They'll play the Diamondbacks tomorrow in Phoenix. A pitch. Strike. Outside corner. Knee level. 3-2. Harley Holdren had a 2-run double in the first. Bee Diggers have led since then. The pitch. Away. So was on a 3-2 that did not even get to the plate.
Yeah.
It bounced in. So she's just got to be very patient. The pitch. Foul to the backstop. That was at the knee. She had a good swing at that one. It's 0-1 to Harley Holdren. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Brush 6, Lyons 1. Brush could be kept off the board for the first time in the game. When Chevarelli's shook off 2 signs. The pitch. Change up his upstairs runner to second. An easy stolen base. Sliding in head first for Tatalini. Count is at 1-1. So now Holdren, who's driven in 22 runs this season to lead the team, has got another shot. And she's an excellent pull hitter. Although in the playoffs last year, I remember she hit one the other way, I believe against Rocky Ford, if I remember correctly, in the first round. Swing and a miss on a pitch on the outer half. Waist high, it's 1-2. Now I got to get a jacket on.
Another one?
It is, yeah, oh yeah, without a doubt. I can feel it dropping now. I have one behind me. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and that is taken just a little bit low. That was close. 2-2.
What do you think it is now, John? 60 degrees? I'll guess 60.
Yeah, it better be. Wait, I don't even have this thing situated right. Swung on and fouled off to the right. Count remains at 2-2. Here to Harley Holdren. I got to find the other sleeve. And the pitch. Change up is high. Thank you, Evan.
No problem.
Man, listen, I'm going to owe you there. It's an amazing job you did of making sure that I was able to get the jacket on. 3-2. It's been that type of day. Oh, I feel so much better. And the offering. Swung on, pop foul, and out of play off to the right over the first base dugout occupied by the Bee Diggers. Again, let's read the line score for you. 6 runs, 6 hits for Brush. They've committed 1 error. They've stranded 3. Lyons, 1 run, 3 hits, 4 errors. They've left 8 on base. And Strasburg had the same issue. I think they stranded 12 on Tuesday in a 12-7 Brush win. Swing and a miss. Holdren strikes out for the second time in the game. And the Bee Diggers are kept off the scoreboard for the very first time in this game. No runs on no hits for Brush, no errors, and 1 left. We have played 3 1/2 innings from Lyons. And the Bee Diggers have a 6-1 lead on 1010 KSLR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Bay Diggers lead 6-1 as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Over Lyons, here is Mesa Genzel. She's got 5 strikeouts, including the side in the third inning. And the pitch is a strike at the knees to Jilly Hay. No balls and 1 strike, 1, 2, and 3. Hay, McGaldy, and Ennie. Yeah, we were, Evan and I were confabulating with the field umpire, Gregory Maris, before the game. I did use that word right, by the way, and that's upstairs. Yeah, and I'm not sure who's got a thicker beard, Gregory or Travis. It's close.
It's a tough call.
I think Travis got him beat, but now I'm telling you, Gregory's got to catch up. He's got to catch up.
He's young, you know.
The pitch swung on, grounded foul, third base side. Well,
coming up on his 10-year reunion for high school.
That's right. That's right. In 2022, I know his mom Verna likes to see him clean shaven. All right, that's the only information. Everything else is classified unless I get permission from her. 1 ball and 2 strikes, no outs. Bottom of the fourth inning, 6-1 Brush, and the pitch, and the changeup took 2 bounces. Yeah, Mason just can't. I think she's got to work on that in between innings.
Yeah,
she's thrown up 7 or 8 changeups, and all of them have been not even close. Most of them have been high. The pitch. Try to throw another one, and that one, that was at eye level. 3-2. Yeah, there's a mechanical issue, a significant mechanical issue with her changeup. It has been a terrible pitch for her today. Swing and a miss, and that would have been ball 4. That was up and away, but strikeout number 6 for Unrein, and there's 1 down. Well, that's the thing with Mason. She's so determined. She's so resilient that she's going to keep trying to throw the changeup if she can, knowing that she had a 1-2 count and a 2-2, and that was fouled at the plate. Yeah, if that was a 3-2, she's not throwing changeup, which is why she went to the heater.
Yeah,
and she's going to make sure when she throws a strike, and the batter is El McGaldy. Struck out, check that, a sac bunt and a ground out. She's 0 for 1 officially. With 1 down and the bases empty in the fourth inning. And the offering, down and in, nearly hit her. Had to skip out of the way. Ball 2, strike 1. Unrein is 73 pitches deep, 41 balls and 32 strikes. The pitch. Swung on and hit on the ground right back to the mound. Unrein to first for the out. And McGaldy's retired, 2 down. In the fourth inning, that'll send up Brooklyn Ennie, who popped to the shortstop and struck out looking. So again, a grounder from McGaldy to Unrein produces the second out of the inning. And we are back with you. So 2 down and the base is empty. Ennie from the right side. Changeup is fouled back. She finally got that changeup down the middle and in the strike zone. That was a nice changeup on the first pitch. And again, what we were talking about, why did she throw it there? Because there's nobody on base. She's up by 5. And it was the first pitch of the at-bat. She would not do that down in the count. Mason knows exactly what she's dealing with out there. And the pitch. That is upstairs, and the count levels at 1-1. To Brooklyn Ennie. John Beltran with Evan James. The Bee Diggers play on Saturday morning. Another reminder, 11 a.m. That will only be on 105.7 KPMX and KPMX.com. Our next game on 10:10 is on Tuesday in Eaton. The pitch outside. And the count now moves to 2-1 on pitch number 77 from junior Mason Unrein. Coming off a perfect game against Valley. An amazing performance. A historic one. The pitch swung on and driven deep to left field. Holdren is there. He ranges back and makes the grab. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Mason Unrein. Let's head to the fifth in Lyons. It's Brush 6. Lyons. All right, once again, we'll keep it right here. A fly ball to left field retires the hitter. As Unrein did a great job in that bottom of the fourth inning, 1-2-3. 6-1 Brush. And they will send up Olivia Gillick start the fifth. And let's see if we can try to take a little 30-second, but we'll keep it right here. Mona State Farm Insurance, 842-4555. Buyers. Zed, have we been castigated here? We've been punished. Oh, here we go with Jillick. Man, now I got into trouble. Big trouble. All right, top of the fifth inning. Jillick hit a line shot. Her second time up off the first pitcher, Jilly Hay. This is Chevarelli. First time she popped up, she is 1 for 2. Brush scored 2 runs in the first, 3 in the second, a run in the third. The pitch, and that one bounces to the catcher, Ortiz. A ball and no strikes. B-Diggers are not hitting the ball today like they did on Tuesday. There's just something. They've had some good swings, but.
Might be a little more chilly, but.
Oh, man, and that was a check swing, and it was up and in, and she swung at it 1-1. That would have been ball 2. That's an illustration there of how the B-Diggers have struggled in this game. Despite a 6-1 lead, the pitch. That's a perfect pitch. Inside corner, belt high. It's 1-2. To first baseman Olivia Jillick. Jillick, Unrein, and Langford in the fifth. Brush 6, Lyons 1. The pitch. Swung on and popped up into shallow left center field. Coming on and making the catch is Maldari. Oh, she closed that gap rather quickly. 1 out in the fifth. Yeah, Lyons is playing so much better than they did in that 12-0 loss in Brush on September 7th. On both ends, except they committed a huge 3-run error. The pitch to Unrein. Swung on and tapped foul, third base side. It's 0-1. Mason flew to center and hit a grounder to third, reaching on an error. 0 for 2 in the game for the junior, who's found her rhythm on the mound. Does have 6 strikeouts in the game.
In the circle.
Swung on and grounded to first, and that is foul. Yeah, sometimes I use mound when I know it's circle and softball and the rubber. Yeah, there's no mound, John. Do I know what a mound is?
I believe you do.
No, I don't. That was amazingly dumb that I said that. 0-2. Here we go with Chevarelli. The offering. Foul to the backstop. Whew, man, she threw some heat there. Mason just reached out. That pitch was on the outer half. And the count is still at 0-2 here to Unrein. Once again, after today, 3 games remaining. Sterling, Eaton, and then Thursday against Platte Valley. That's the homecoming game. Swing and a miss. Oh, that was nowhere close. She went fishing on a pitch up and outside. Unrein with a rare strikeout. 2 outs for Keely Langford. Langford grounded a short, and it was thrown away. So she reached, and then the fielder's choice, 5 unassisted. Strike on the outer half, belt high.
Once again, that delayed call there.
Big delayed call. I thought it was going to be ball 1. Yeah, this pitcher's done very well since coming in. Very well. 0-1. Outside corner. Thigh high. It's 0-2. Yeah, she's retired. Well, their pitching is retired. Let's see. 6 of the last 7. That is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 down and the bases empty here to Langford. In the top of the 5th inning, the B-Diggers lead 6-1. The pitch, low. Ball 2, strike 2. Not just a bank in Colorado, they're Bank of Colorado. Proud supporter of local sports and academics. Swing and a miss on a pitch on the outer half. Langford is 0 for 3 as she goes down. And the B-Diggers are retired in order in the top of the 5th inning. All of a sudden, the Brush offense has come to a standstill. 4 1/2 innings are in the books. And the B-Diggers will have a new pitcher when we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Brush 6, Lyons 1 on KSIR at the Eastern Plains Sports. We're just going to keep it here. Going to break has been a little bit challenging here. But nonetheless, The Bee Diggers now with Braylon Rule on the hill. Well, they had a couple of pitchers against Strasburg when Braylon started. Then Lefevre came into the game. You can close the book on Mason Unrein as the right-hander went 4 innings. Ryan and Braylon Rule, who got the no decision. Avery Lefevre was the winning pitcher on Tuesday in the 12-7 victory. So now you have Tatalini's at short and Unrein to third. That's the defense. That's the alignment for the Bee Diggers after the pitching change. And let's check out what's up here for Lyons in the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Ortiz, Chevarelli, and Maldari. So here we go to begin the bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch swung on and fouled by Ortiz. No balls and 1 strike. Braylon Rule relieving Unrein. 1 earned run. Ortiz hit by a pitch and walk. She's been on base twice. Looking in, and the offering. That is a strike on the outer half, just above waist level. It's 0-2. 6-1 Brush, bottom of the 5th inning. The Bee Diggers have been quiet on offense since the 3rd. But they've got to get it done on the defensive end. The offering, swung on, grounded, foul. Third base side, nearly into the dugout. It
Once again.
deflected right off that bucket of balls. 0-2. Unrein fires. Unrein, check that. Rule fires, swing and a miss. Braylon Rule picks up the strikeout. And there's 1 down. Nice job by Braylon. Took something off of that pitch. Here's Kira. I don't know how to pronounce the name. I can barely talk when she gets a Chiararavale. The offering. Up and away. Either way, she's walked and doubled. That's all we need to know.
I'm at a loss, too. I can't help you out on that one.
1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch swung on, popped foul, not a play off to the right. She's got a really good swing.
Yeah,
really solid swing. Well, let's see how much the temperature's dropped. It was 54 at game time. Or
64.
65. No, oh, that's right. It's 54 now. Was it? Did I say 60? Yeah. Pitch swung on, line foul, third base side.
So it's dropped 10 degrees.
It's dropped 10 degrees, yeah. You're right. I was confused between your guess and what it is now are the same thing.
Well,
right, it was
I was just predicting,
Yeah, I know, exactly. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out and the base is empty. Bottom of the 5th inning, 6-1 in favor of Brush over Lyons. And Braylon Rule comes home, up and away. Ball 2, strike 2 with Emerson Maldari waiting to hit next. And Rule fires. Bounces to the backstop. 3-2. Well, let's see what Braylon can come up with. The pitch. Outside. Clearly outside. A nice frame job there by Bruno, but she missed, and it's a walk. Here's Maldari. Maldari has popped out and struck out looking after the walk to Chevarelli. The only left-handed hitter in the lineup. The pitch scoring to bunt and takes it for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. So we have a strikeout and a walk in the inning by Braylon Rule. And pitch number 2 of this plate appearance. Bounces in, bounces away up the first base side on the wild pitch. The runner to second. They score a run or 2 in this inning. They got to feel they have a shot to pull off the upset. I mean, there's no question about it. You wouldn't think. I mean, Brush is the superior team, but doesn't matter. 7-5 in league play, 11-8 overall for Brush, squaring to bunt, and that's down and away. Count is now 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike. The Big Diggers might be pitching themselves into some trouble here. The pitch, swing and a miss. Wow. Yeah, that I wouldn't have swung at that one. That is a called strike 3 down the middle. Braylon Rule picks up another strikeout here in this inning. Maldari goes down for Moran Vanderhoven, who's 0 for 2. She popped to center and struck out, swinging. 6-1, B Diggers in the bottom of the 5th. And the pitch is line foul up the third base side. It's 0-1. Kind of got in on the fist to the right-handed hitting left fielder. Yeah, Lyons has played a lot of games where it's been non-competitive for them. But today they've held their own against Brush. Only down by 5 fairly late in this game. No balls and 1 strike. Coming back. Low. 1-1. Here to Brand. Avery Lefevre has just caught a line drive off the bat of Megan Moran Vanderhoven, and that squelches the rally by Lyons. Braylon Rule picks up a couple of strikeouts in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the B Diggers have a 6-1 lead as we go to the top of the 6th inning. And, of course, we will keep it right here for now. And I think we have an issue here with Evan. What's going on?
Just that drop in degrees?
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting me to be this chilly.
Well, there you go. I'm
a small guy.
I feel bad for Evan. 100% unprepared.
And that's my fault.
Somebody's got to make him some chicken soup.
Oh.
Yeah, you're going to need some of that. I mean, there's no other recourse now.
Can't go back.
No other recourse. You're going to need something like that. All right, so let's check out what's happening here for the B Diggers in the top of the 6th inning. They'll be sending up bottom of the order here. 8, 9, and 1. Amaya Bruno, Delaney Draggart, and then the number 1 hitter, Avery Lefevre. After the line drive to the second baseman, Lefevre ended the bottom of the 5th inning. Brush football tomorrow night from Brush. That's going to be a great game against Platte Valley. Tyler Carmen and Ron Albo on the call. B Digger blast off tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. That'll be on 1010 KSIR. B&B Appliance and Repair, from refrigerators to vacuums and everything in between. They have exactly what you need in service at 2. That's B&B Appliance and Repair, and the pitch is a strike on the inner half. This Valley has done a great job. No balls and 1 strike, and that pitch is up and away. Amaya Bruno is 2 for 2. Her and Lefevre have combined for 4 of Brush's 6 hits in the game. The pitch bounces in. Count is sitting at 2 balls and 1 strike. In inning number 6, the pitch, swing and a miss. Right at the letter level. We'll have a quick post-game show once we get there. We're still another inning plus away. Swing and a miss, down and away. And it's a strikeout of Amaya Bruno. And, man, you start to wonder, had she started this game, this pitcher for Lyons has not allowed anything. 4 strikeouts, a walk. And the pitch here is a swing and a miss, a late swing by Draggart. The B Diggers do not have a base hit off her. Draggart at 0 for 2. Reached on an air and struck out. And the offering, swing and a miss on the outer half with that heater just above belt level. No balls and 2 strikes. Kiara Vyatt shakes off the sign. The pitch fouled straight back up in the zone. As it remains at 0-2 to the junior right fielder, Delaney Draggart. Coach Odell telling her, shorten up that swing, which she did there, but got the bottom of the softball. Popped up. That's going to be playable. Third base side, foul territory, and Brooklyn Ennie makes the catch. 2 down. Wow. A major role for this pitcher. She's retired. Almost every B-digger she's faced, and Lyons pitching has retired 10 of the last 11. Lefevre's doubled, singled, and grounded to second, the offering. And a check swing foul up the first base side. Actually, towards the first base circle, occupied there by Braylon Rule. No balls and 1 strike. Yeah, the B-diggers need something if they don't hit here. And, Reagan Farringer shut out Brush the first time when they played Sterling. Swung on, grounded, base hit into left field. So a base hit on an 0-1 pitch from Avery Lefevre. She's now 3 for 4. She has nearly half the hits for Brush, which has 7 in the game. And Braylon is due. She's 0 for 3. Braylon Rule got on via the air, a fielder's choice and a pop out. The offering swung on and fouled back. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. To the B-digger pitcher, started off the game at short. Awaiting the pitch here from Kiara Vyatt. And here it is. Change up and away. Steal of second, Lefevre. She's going to be in there. Throw up the second base side there from Ortiz. Now the B-diggers have an RBI opportunity. They have not scored since the 3rd inning. 2 runs in the first and a 2-run double by Harley Holdren. 3 in the second on a 3-run error. Run in the third. Swung on. Hit in the air towards shallow center field. And coming on is Maldari. She makes the running catch. And the B-diggers are denied in the 6th inning. The running catch in center field by Maldari, who's played excellent defensively. And Braylon Rule is retired. She is now 0 for 4 in the game. So we keep it right here heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. And the B-diggers lead by a score of 6-1. When it comes to experience, Buildings by Design is the best in the business. Quality, commitment, and experience makes Buildings by Design the only choice when it comes to your next project. Another outstanding sponsor of Morgan County Athletics, Buildings by Design. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, Hubner, Genzel, and Hay. For Lyons against right-hander Braylon Rule. And, Evan, I'm impressed with Lyons, the way they've come out and played on their home field today.
I'm also impressed because, though I did not see the past game between Lyons and Brush, the score alone.
Right, the score alone. It was 12-0. Lyons didn't have anything going on either end. Didn't play great defense. The pitching was subpar. But today.
And in 4.
And in 4 innings. But today they have come out strong. And pitch is low. As we are back with you. Yeah, Hubner has. Now we don't have the signal. Now we're back. Fouled. And again, if you're tuning in, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch bounces in. Two and 2 to Hubner. And the offering. Swing and a miss. It's a strikeout. And there's 1 down. So Hubner strikes out to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning on 5 pitches on a 2-2 pitch. And that will send up Mesa Genzel, the number 9 hitter, struck out twice looking. And thank goodness we're getting to the end of the game. That pitch is a ball. Yeah, just to get out of here as quickly as possible with signal interruptions here in Lyons. And the offering. Swung on and tapped foul up the first base side. One out and the base is empty in the bottom of the sixth inning. Is Jilly Hay. And the pitch. Ooh, nearly hit her all the way to the screen. It's 2-1. Ball 2, strike 1. With 1 out and nobody on. The pace of this game is picked up because neither team is generating much offense. And the pitch. Swung on and tapped foul. Count level at 2-2. Once again, we have 1 out, bases empty, bottom of the sixth inning. Brush leads Lyons 6-1. That's been the score since the third inning. Yeah, after Brush scored that run in the third. Can she strike her out? No, not even close, up and away. 3-2 to Genzel, who's the number 9 hitter in the lineup.
Can't afford to walk her here.
Well, you have a 5-run lead, but you don't want to get sloppy here.
Oh, no.
You want Braylon Rule to limit her pitches as the team gets ready for the Saturday matchup against Sterling. Payoff pitch. That is a called strike 3. That's a beautiful pitch on the inner half of the knees. And Braylon Rule records another strikeout. And the Bee Diggers have 10 combined strikeouts, 6 by Unrein and 4 by Braylon Rule. Here's Jilly Hay, who single-doubled and struck out. She is 2 for 3. And Rule comes in. Down and in. A ball and no strikes. Yeah, generally Lyons is the only challenging place with coverage, and not just from us, from anybody, especially on this softball field. The offering. That is a strike at the knees. It's 1-1.
And like I said, you can kind of describe it as a bowl shape into here. It's a sort
Right.
of valley.
Yep.
And so it makes it hard anyway.
Braylon Rule with a 1-ball, 1-strike pitch to Hay. The offering. Swung on, grounded sharply. Base hit into right field beyond the diving Avery Lefevre. And Lyons generates just their 4th hit of the game. They have stranded 9, by the way. So they could strand 10 if this runner does not score. That's a lot of runners to strand with only 1 run being scored. And McGaldy's made contact 3 times, but she's 0 for 2. The first time a sac bunt. Hitting out of the 2-hole. Braylon Rule needs 1 more out to get this game to the 7th. The pitch. Swung on, grounded right off of Rule towards the shortstop, Tatalini. She'll have no play. She threw to first for no reason, really. There's no play there. That's a base hit every time. 2 consecutive base hits. And that'll send up Brooklyn any. And boy, she could change the game right now.
Yeah.
She has popped to left, struck out looking, and she also popped to short. She is 0 for 3, so she is due. The pitch, a ball just below the knees. 1 ball and no strikes. This could be a game going into the 7th. I mean, she is a hitter. She's a big-time hitter. Annie with an open stance. Braylon Rule comes home, up and away. 2-0. Yeah, you don't want to give her something too good to hit, but at the same time, you load the bases. Ortiz is up next, and she's got some pop as well. The pitch bounces in. Nice glove job there by Bruno. Scooped that one nicely, 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes. 1 ball away from loading the bases in the 6th inning. And here it is. Swung on, grounded up the middle. And Tatalini dives, knocks it down, but there's no play. She flipped to second. It'll be a base hit. It just squirted out of her glove. If not, she might have had the force at second, but what a play by Tatalini. It is a base hit, but it would have been a run scored as Brooklyn Ennie reaches 3 consecutive base hits off of Braylon Rule. And now Brush is only out hitting Lyons 7-6, and here is Ortiz, who was hit by a pitch, walked and struck out. One big swing, and it's a one-run game. The pitch. Swung on and fisted foul up the third base side. No balls and one strike. So base hits by Hay, McGaldy, and Ennie. And the bases are loaded with two down after Rule did retire the first two in the inning. Ortiz is down in the count at 0-1. The pitch. And that is a strike on the outer half, belt high. So Braylon has her exactly where she wants her. No balls, two strikes. Can she throw a pitch to retire this hitter? Here it is. Not even close, up and away. That was a waste pitch. 1-2. Lyons has put together an impressive effort despite a tough season for them. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ortiz with the bases loaded. The pitch. Changeup swung on and missed. Oh, what a way to pull the string down and away. Braylon Rule threw an incredible pitch. Ortiz strikes out. And now, believe it or not, Lyons in the game is stranded 12 base runners, which is exactly what happened with Strasburg. 6-1 rush. We will head to the top of the 7th inning. You know what that was, right, Evan?
Amazing.
It was. I mean, no other word for it. I mean, there are. In fact, let's see if I can pull up one lately because they picked it up lately. You can tell. So 6-1 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. And Braylon Rule with a strikeout of the number 4 hitter, Rayanna Ortiz, with the bases loaded. Just a clutch pitch there by the junior. And now the Bay Diggers will look to tack on some runs. They haven't scored in 4 innings. It'll be Tattalini, Holdren, and Gillick against Kiara Valle, who's been really good. I mean, she's thrown 3 scoreless innings. They haven't touched her. They had 1 hit from Lefevre in the 6th inning. That's it. I mean, she has really held down Brush. Tattalini struck out, grounded to first, and walked. 0 for 2 in the game. The Bay Diggers are 3 outs away from improving to 12-8 and 8-5 in league play. If I can get this schedule up for Lyons. Yeah, they beat Resurrection recently 7-0. But when we saw Lyons, it didn't look any good. And they have on Friday. Tattalini leads off the 7th. The pitch. Foul to the screen. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike here in the top of the 7th inning. Again, we'll have a quick, we're doing the recap as we speak because we know that we're not staying on the whole time to no fault of ours. The offering swung on and fouled to the backstop. The Bay Diggers scored 2 runs in the first inning on Harley Holdren's 2-run double. Then a 3-run error. A bunt by Draggart was thrown away with 2 on base. It sailed into right field into foul territory, in fact, and all 3 scored, including the hitter Draggart. And that is taken for a strike outside corner. Belt high. Tattalini strikes out for the 2nd time of the game. She's 0 for 3. She's caught looking. 1 down for Harley Holdren, a 2-run double, and she struck out swinging twice. And look out now because what Lyons is doing on the mound has been pretty impressive. While the Bay Diggers have posted 11 strikeouts, Lyons has 8 of their own. And first pitch is a ball. Thank you very much. The pitch swung on, popped up, right side. Second baseman Hubner gets under it, makes the catch. 2 down. So here we go with Kiara Valle doing a nice job in the circle. Pop out twice in a single. I don't know why I'm so used to baseball. Like the pitch, swing and a miss. Gillick at 1 for 3. Yeah, anytime I say mound, slap me. Just slap me right now. Slap me. Okay, there's no mound. Thank you. No, you're allowed. You can hit me in the face. And that's down. Nice job in the circle there by actually all 4 pitchers today. But this one is the best. Kiara Valle has done a really nice job for this team. Swung on and fisted foul, not a play. A ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, I look at this visiting scorecard. Brush was, let's say, one base runner in the fourth, in order in the fifth, a base runner in the sixth, and 2 been retired here. So 4, 7, 10, 12 of the last 14 B-diggers have been retired. And it's 2-2 to Gillick in the seventh inning, 6-1 Brush. The pitch. That is a called strike 3, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. The players were staying on the field like there was only 2 outs. So we'll head to the bottom of the seventh inning. And Brush up 6-1. But they've got to get better.
They do.
I mean, they're going to have to practice and get better before Saturday's game against Sterling, 11 a.m. on 105.7 KPMX and KPMX.com, because they have been shut down here on the offensive end. You look at the line score now, 6 runs on 7 hits for Brush, 1 run on 6 hits for Lyons. What the B-Diggers have done is come through in the clutch in the circle.
Gotta get it
Lyons has stranded 12. The B-Diggers have only stranded 5. Yeah, there is a circle out there, John. All right, so here we go with Kiara Valle, Maldari, and Moran Vanderhoven in this bottom half of the seventh inning. We'll get to our Stubbs Gas and Oil post-game show here momentarily. And this hitter has been on base all 3 times. The pitcher, the second pitcher, walked, doubled, and walked. The pitch, and that's in the dirt. All the pressure now on the B-Diggers, considering that they're out of at-bats. But they are up by 5, 6-1 in the bottom of the seventh inning. Here's the one pitch. Outside. 2-0. B-Digger pitchers have struck out 11. That'll be a base hit. That was hit very sharply. It was right at her, but took that short hop. If that gets her on fly, it might be an error, but hit too hard. And a leadoff base hit in the bottom of the seventh. Maldari is 0 for 3, struck out twice in the game. The pitch, and runs up to swing at it and fouls it back. No balls and 1 strike. Yeah, we'll just bring you the box score or the line score as soon as this game is done, and then we'll take it here to the top of the hour. It's 0-1, and a pitch to Maldari, and running up and fouls it straight back, 0-2. Lions would have their 3-game winning streak snapped if they don't rally. Fall to 6-13. The B-Diggers would go to 12-8 and 8-5 in league play. No balls and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the seventh inning. 6-1, Brush in the pitch. Fouled straight back again. Ran up on that one. And the count remains at 0-2 to center fielder Emerson Maldari, the number 6 hitter in the lineup. With a runner at first, that's Kiara Valle, who is 2 for 2 with 2 walks. The pitch swung on, grounded foul, third base side. Yeah, I think here, of your rule, you don't throw a strike here.
No.
She's throwing strikes, and those are all hittable pitches, and you're up 0-2. Throw something up in the zone so she chases, and then you might pick up the strikeout by swinging at a bad pitch. And the offering. Swung on and grounded left side, and the throw's going to be to second. That's going to be late as Tatalini throws it into right field. It's backed up. Now the throw towards the plate for some reason by Draggart, even though the play was at 3. And now the runner to second to throw. The slide, and safe. And now the runner breaks for the plate, and scoring is Kiara Valle. That was a mess by the B-Diggers. It'll be an infield hit, a throwing error on Tatalini, and it's now 6-2 with a runner at second and nobody out. Wow, that was just a big-time mess. An infield hit, a base hit, and an error. It's 6-2. Nobody out. Here is Moran Vanderhoven. Swung on and grounded sharply left side. Long throw by Tatalini to first. In time. Runner to third. Safe off the throw from Gillick. But Tatalini with a nice play in the hole retires Moran Vanderhoven for the first out. And there's one out. And the third is Emerson Maldari. So Lyons is out hit brush in the game, and they trail 6-2. Here's Tallis Hubner, who struck out swinging. And the pitch, swing and a miss. No balls and one strike. On a pitch down and in. A runner at third, and Lyons has come through with a couple of hits in this inning. Second error by the Bee Diggers in the game. That one bounces in, and a nice play by Bruno. Nearly bounced away. 1 ball, 1 strike, 6-2 Brush. A runner at third with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the offering fouled at the plate. Counted 1-2. 1-2 to Hubner. Walked twice and struck out. Let's see what Braylon Rule could do on the 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Called strike 3 down the middle, thigh high. Strikeout number 6 for Braylon Rule. 2 down, 12 strikeouts by Bee Digger pitchers. 6 for Unrein and 6 for Braylon Rule. And Mesa Genzel has struck out all 3 times looking. She's the number 9 hitter. The offering right there down the middle for a strike. It's 0-1. Get ready for the Bee Digger post-game show here momentarily. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch swung on and lifted and caught by the first baseman, Gillick. And the game is over. The Bee Diggers win by a score of 6-1. We'll do a quick recap as the Bee Digger post-game show is brought to you by
Stubbs Gas and Oil. Fill up your cooler and gas up your car at Stubbs Gas and Oil. Easy and convenient, which makes them the only stop you need on your way to the big game.
The Bee Diggers win the game 6-2. 6 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors, make it 2 errors, 5 left on base, 2 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors, 13 left on base for Lyons. The winning pitcher was Mason Unrein. Jilly Hay takes the loss. Time of the game, 1 hour and 53 minutes. Harley Holdren had a 2-run double in the first inning. Ava Lefevre was the hitting star for Brush. She had 3 hits in the game. Amaya Bruno with 2 as Lyons hits Brush, I should say. But the Bee Diggers do win the game by a score of 6-2. They'll be back in action coming up Saturday morning, 11 a.m. That will be on 105.7 KPMX and on the web at kpmx.com, all part of the Eastern Plains Sports Network. For Evan James, I'm Tom Beltran. As we will get to our final break here momentarily from Lyons under an overcast sky the entire game. The final score, the Bee Diggers win the game over Lyons 6-2 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.